So one of the causes of cancer is radiation. Now, this radiation doesn't care if it's the diagnosis or the treatment or any other radiation. They will tell you about UV radiation and they will warn you against the sun. But the true story is the sun cannot cause you cancer. If the sun causes cancer, all of us will be dead by now. What causes cancer is, you see that thing that you people put in the nails to dry up your nails? Ladies, you see that blue light and all that? That is high UV radiation that is going to cause you more problems. So as you look at the beauty, look at the health aspect of it. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the radiation we're talking about. Go and enjoy the sun. The sun will help you activate cholesterol into vitamin D, which is going to help you reverse cancer. But this other one, problems. Number two, of course, radiation, we're talking about X-rays, we're talking about mammography, we're talking about UV radiation that is coming from those things that you put in your fingers. And then we're talking about heavy metals, mercury, which comes from the skin products. You've seen that girl who is selling you skin products saying, you know, you have my skin, that's socialite. Oh, my skin, this is where I come in when you have severe acne, when you want a glassy skin like mine. You know that lady? The one who ran with the Kanjo guy? Microwaves are there. Thank you so much. So that one is going to bring you these products that are lightening your skin but going to input mercury in your system that is going to cause more mutations. Then we have lead that is coming through these pipes. Some of our ministries of water and our counties are pumping water to us, but with very cheap made pipes. They're not steel. They're not cast iron. They're giving you cheap things that have lead inside. And then you will drink lead all through. Then they'll make cancer centers for us. Anyway, we have arsenic. Arsenic is part of the material that is used to form tampons. So ladies, don't be excited with these things that are called the grace cups. I don't know if they're called the grace cups, those plastic things. Ask these people what is used to make this thing. Ask them. So we have those things. We have those tampons that you people use because you want to go swimming at the same time when you're having your periods. Respect those periods. Stop using those tampons. Use a normal pad. Air fryers and non-sticky pans. Same WhatsApp group. Look at the ingredients that are used to coat them. So mostly non-sticky pans. They are coming with a lot of problems. The Teflon. Yeah. Then we have lead. Of course, lead is in water in the pipes. I've told you about that, right? Yes. So yes, if you're intending to use a pan, just buy the stainless steel or cast iron. Do not go for these problems that are actually coated. The non-sticky pans are becoming a darling for most homes. You're going to destroy your systems. Anyway, after that, so we have radiation and then we have the heavy metals. Now, as we go down, we have the pesticides and herbicides. Now, this is where that gentleman who has a pot belly, the one who rolls the computers, he doesn't understand anything about health, but he's the one who is on boards for health. The one who is here telling us about printed milk. Yes, microwave is part of it. Drop that microwave. They are waves. Yes, I said cast iron. Anyway, let's continue. So now we have pesticides and herbicides, and these are in your homes. If you have any pesticides or any herbicides in your home that has organophosphates, and I will tell you, I'll give you a secret. You see, there's this thing that we used to, this product that we used to kill ticks on our cows that was called, I think, diazonol. That's an organophosphate. It's actually, the ingredient is actually diazinon. Diazinon is an organophosphate. That is a dangerous thing. There's another one called diclovose. So if you see anything in that product, specifically the herbicides and pesticides, that ends with VOS or PHOS, run. So diclovose, there's another one called azamethyphos, there's another one called the nerve gas called sarin, and then we have melathion. Most of you know it, melathion. So it ends with THION. These are things that you should read on the ingredients. So people who use herbicides and pesticides. Now, I made a video about Mira in Meru and how it's actually causing people of Meru troubles, and it was pulled down. But I will tell you this for free because they will not pull down this live. Mira in Meru, they are using herbicides that are rich in these products. The glyphosate. There's this very famous herbicide called Roundup. It has a lot of glyphosate. And glyphosate is an endocrine disruptor. Endocrine means hormonal disruptor. And this is a cancer-causing agent. It has actually been banned in multiple countries in the West. Also, we have something called the chlorinated hydrocarbons. DDT is part of it. But anyway, let me finish that story about Meru. So these guys nowadays, they are not using ash or using natural or traditional means of killing the herbs. So what they are, or even pruning, what they are doing is nowadays, they're actually using herbicides that are rich in chemicals. And this is the problem because they are feeding these things, they are eating the same mira, they are feeding it to people in the urban setups, and people are eating this mogoka and this mira that is full of this glyphosate. And now they are eating that mogoka, glyphosate, causing disruption in the genes and their DNA. They are using the mira, they are chewing mira with soda. They are chewing in with sugar. I see that in Moyale all the time. They are chewing with soda. They are using sugar. They are using chewing gum. All that is sugar. And then they are drinking energy drinks all night long plus alcohol. What a combination of cancer. And then you still will come back and tell me, Doctor, you know cancer will one day die. You want me to actually join you in a walk creating cancer awareness by just cutting a placard instead of you helping me join these people and tell them the truth about what they're chewing? No way. I'm not joining that walk. I am not, Bwana. No way, no way. So yes, so we have those. So we have pesticides and herbicides, we have heavy metals, we have radiation, and the chlorinated hydrocarbons. So that is part of the environmental factors. Number 4, because number 1 was genetics, and then lifestyle, and then environmental factors, and now we are headed straight to infections. On this infections level, this is where HPV is coming in, the viral infections. HPV is human papilloma virus, a very well-known virus in causing cervical cancer. But this is the beauty about HPV, that your immune system has a way of destroying HPV. So you don't need any vaccine for HPV because your system can destroy it. What you need is a change of the kitchen and lifestyle so that you boost your immunity and therefore the immune system takes over and destroys HPV. But you don't want to hear that. You don't want the long route, right? Because you've been lied to that there's now a new vaccine to prevent you from getting cervical cancer that is caused by HPV. That HPV is just one of the causes of cervical cancer. So as you go to take that vaccine, understand this, that the same people that are serving you with HPV vaccines for free as a girl when you're 10 years and below, get to 18 and you want to get pregnant, they are the same people who will serve you for free with hormonal contraceptives, implants, injections, the depots, and pills and patches. They are the same people who will serve you with hormonal replacement therapy to help you overcome hormonal imbalances. So, think with me. I give you prevention for cervical cancer, and then 8 years down the line, because you've forgotten, I give you things that are high in synthetic estrogens that will disrupt your hormones, raise your estrogen, and expose you to the same cervical cancer. So we walk 1 step ahead and then 3 backwards. Imagine that. So today we are here pretending how we have come up with this new vaccine that is going to protect you from cervical cancer and HPV. We give them by force and fire. 8 years down the line, we are forcing you to take hormonal contraceptives because we want you to panga uzazi. Hey. My gyna told me, my gyna this, my gyna that, my gyna this. And I've seen in the MCH where these things are actually dished to our women. Women go to a hospital, they want to be told about contraception. And what the nurse does is to produce different contraceptive methods and line them on the table and tells you to choose which one you should use. Instead of him imparting information in your head, he's telling you which one to choose. And he tells you this one is a better one because it will not interact with drugs like antibiotics. So the pills are not safe. You can use this, which is an implant that goes for 5 years. This one is good because it will last you a long period of time. Because it's a pill. Because it's an implant that goes for 5 years or 12 years. This one is a good one. It's a hormonal one, but it's a good one. The 𝐂𝐀𝐍𝐂𝐑, but has hormones, but it's a good one. So your only battle becomes, should I choose between the 𝐂𝐀𝐍𝐂𝐑 or should I choose between the implant or should I choose this other method? It is not about information. It's about choice. Choose this, choose this, choose this. Please, nurses, give them information. But again, how would you give information when you're still in the rectum of the system? You are using one of them. So of course, because it's not acting weird on you, you're preferring to actually tell them and advise them to use the same methods. Ladies, birth control is in the hands of the men, not women. So if you ever find yourself using any birth control method, you married or you are dating a weak male. He has no control over his ejaculation. He cannot put on a condom. He is enjoying the ejaculation. He will not protect you in any way possible. If he cannot protect you from this, that he knows that it is his role to actually make sure that he has the control over his seed. If he ejaculates, a woman is supposed to get pregnant. That is the rule. If a man ejaculates into a woman, the woman is supposed to get pregnant. So if it's a role of a man, men who are watching this with your women, you're the one who are actually pushing these women to do these things. And of course, I'm not blaming the men. I know there are women who have actually gone behind the scenes and put up these contraceptives behind the heads of their men. Mnaenda mnaeka chini ya maji, zikianza kuwaraukia huko ndio mnaanza kukuja. Now your men get to know about this after you have had 5 years of problems, severe headaches. This man wants sex, you're complaining, I have a severe headache every single day. You're complaining of back problems, you're complaining of weak bones, you're always taking calcium supplements. This man is wondering, what is happening to this wife? I did not marry this one. Only to find out there is this implant that you've put here that's causing you more depression. So stop. Let birth control be in the hands of the men. If they want to cut their tubes through vasectomy, let them do it. But they know they are the ones who... Tell them to do a vasectomy. See how they look at you. They will tell you, oh, I'm an African man, I cannot do that. But African men are supposed to retain their semen. But they can't. Put on a condom, gentlemen. Condomize. So those contraceptive methods are actually coming in here handy. So, and you will see, even one of the causes of cancer is actually hormones. Hormones. And these are not natural hormones. Whatever you're taking in that contraceptive is not estrogen, it's not progesterone. It's a synthetic progestin and a synthetic estrogen. It is made in the lab. Yes, men don't want vasectomy, but they want to ejaculate. And they want the women to actually use these things. Let me tell you the truth. Only weak men think narrowly or shallowly. Because I know very well, if my wife is going to put on that implant, all those side effects that are coming in, including cancer, I am going to take full responsibility. The problem is nowadays men and women share bills, so they don't see the burden. But gone are the days when men were ultimate providers and exclusive providers. At that moment in time, a man will not mess because he knows the healthcare bills of these women are coming to me directly. But nowadays, women have made a step further. They've become masculine. They are providing for their men. So how do you expect that man to actually hold back their ejaculation? How do you even expect a drunk man to actually hold back his ejaculation? Oh, he will apologize the following day. And you'll be there popping P2. You'll be there now. You have to put on a contraceptive method. Haya, mtasikiza siku moja. So viruses like HPV, of course, they expose you, but HPV can be handled by the body. So fix the immune system, let it do the rest. Number 2, we have, of course, the hepatitis B and C. Problems coming in through the sexual part. Another one, we have HIV. You know of Kaposi's sarcoma coming in as a result of low immunity because of HIV. If you boost immunity, cancer is not going to affect you, of course. That's why HIV patients should not only focus on taking ARVs, they should also focus on boosting the immune system. That is one thing you're not told. So go fast, go eat healthy, the fat meats, drop most of the carbohydrates that you're eating, drop those fruits except avocados, and enjoy your life. Then bacterial infections. There's a link between H. pylori and gastric cancer. Then you have parasites like the blood flukes and the liver flukes that cause the bile duct cancer. All these things you have control over. And now the last one is the hormones, where you have hormonal replacement therapy in women who are actually having hormonal imbalances, in women who are having acne, in women who are in postmenopause, they are given estrogens. The patches. That is going to bring problems. It's not an estrogen, it's not a natural estrogen, it's a synthetic estrogen coming from the lab. And your gyna is going to defend it because he's on a paycheck. Now, we have the estrogens, we have the insulin. Because remember, insulin is a very dangerous hormone in cancer because of insulin resistance. So those are the risk factors. I'll mention them again. I've explained everything, but I'll mention them 1 up to 5. Number 1 is genetic predisposition, 2 to 10%. Lifestyle, environmental factors, infections, and then hormones.